Yeah, welcome to the channel. It is Malachi Emerald, and I'm looking at Malachi perspective. What am I looking at today? It's food. Do we maximize the use of a plant? Or I should say, how much of a plant do we consume as a people? Or maybe as a race? As a people, we should be able to feed ourselves first before we can feed others or even think of exporting. The English satirist and playwright in the book Gulliver's Travels in 1726 would give us a good overview why agriculture is important and we should make the best use of food. And Jonathan Swift in 1726 in the book Gulliver's Travels stated that whoever could cause to grow 2 ear of corn or 2 blade of grass, up on the spot where grew only one before, would deserve better of mankind and do more essential service to his country than the whole race of politicians are put together. So he was looking there at increasing. Yes, the geneticists and the biotechnologists are doing that. But back to how efficient are we or how much of a plant do we consume? We could even say how much of animals do we consume? I think it has to do with country, population, demographics, and what is available. If we look at, say, corn as one crop, how much of it do we consume or we utilize? We may use the corn grain to make flour, or we may boil and eat depending on the stage of maturity. But do we consume or utilize the cob? Do we utilize the leaves? Or better yet, the sill from the corn? Do we utilize it? Or have we been utilizing it? Again, we have to maximize the use of any product. And I will state the Asian countries. I will state them. And I'll state Thailand, China, some of these other Asian countries. They are going to use the corn to make all sort of products. And they're going to use the cob as a means of fuel. They're going to use the sill in medicinal practices. They're going to use the leaves or the stalk, maybe not as compost, but as a form of fiber. Could be used to feed animals. It could be processed to feed animals. So we have to maximize the use. But are we doing that? We consume the corn, we cut on the remainder. We may give animals if we have. So are we utilizing a product or a plant as best as it should be utilized? And that is very crucial. World population is increasing exponentially. Therefore, we have to maximize what we get from each crop plant. Again, yes, we can plant crops that will produce more, are more adapted, and they are shorter. Yes, that may help, but there are other needs that we need to satisfy. Are we satisfying these needs? Yes, we export all we have, and we try to feed others while we starve, or we get poorer quality products. Do we consume enough fiber? Or we have only selective vegetables? But there are other plants that can be consumed that are high in fiber, and we may ignore them totally. But again, it depends on where we live. A person closer to the coast will consume a large amount of fish or sea product, while those living more inland will have to do hunting or rearing animals, and then they will have to process that meat so that it can last for an extended period of time. Whereas the fishermen or along the coast harvest per day. So the diet will vary depending on the size of the country. It will also vary depending on where person live. Diet will also depend on your financial background. Am I able to purchase the product at this cost or not? Again, it is Malachi perspective. Are we consuming or utilizing all of our products that we think we can get from a plant? Next time we may look at animals. Do we consume all the parts of? Again, it depends upon our genetics. We could consume them, but the effect it will have on us. Thank you. It is Malachi Perspective on the channel Malachi Emerald.